afternoon. I'm Blake Valin, and thank you so much for asking me to read today. Today would have been my mother's 97th birthday. So I chose this as the first one. It was a poem that I had written when I was with her. It's called Last Waltz. He pursues her slowly, stalking, with eternity to wait, thus takes his time. He always seduces his target once he has made his choice. Mother is stubbornly resistant, ignoring his slow waltzing about, yet sensing his ephemeral presence. She, in limbo, strong-arming life with her right hand and death with her left, rigid against them both, hangs on a cross she does not believe in. She wanders more frequently in the labyrinth of her past, returning as if from a time warp, black holes that distort her present. She speaks with forked tongue, 1 minute threatening to leap into the arms of her silent lover, who tempts her with self-destructive thoughts, ever beckoning. The next, making plans to have her hair done, pay the bills, make the grocery list. I am here now only to play the music, to orchestrate the last waltz. Perhaps I am simply the space between the notes that keeps the noise at bay, that stands between them one more day. This one is entitled Seed, reminiscence of first loves. My interest in him, a seed on rocky ground, until I returned to school from vacation in Florida, batting eyelashes at him like fluttery moths around a candle, pink blouse on tan skin, shy smile with retainer gone, fearing his eyes might trespass on my secret desire. He sees me now, my small seed shifting to a more fertile spot in the unfriendly soil, where at a party, dancing under a naked light bulb in Mary's basement to a summer place, my delicate seed sprouts a tender shoot to sealed with a kiss. She asks him to the Sadie Hawkins dance, where a ring appears in his nose, still there going on 50 years, removing the source of sun from my seed of love, shriveling it where it lay, life going on in mysterious ways, memory just the ghost of a small seed sealed with a kiss. Last trip home, theme of roots and love of horses. What is it about the words to this song that slice into the onion of memory, make my throat catch like wool on a barbed fence? Because of the Irish lilt, the rhyme and flow that brings the unbidden salt to sting my eyes, what? It speaks of the broad-backed muckle horse, uncrowned kings, gentle giants of the fields, on the last working day, when their lads will walk them home with love and pride, to set aside for progress and machine, villagers along the path in reverence to the passing. I drive by fields and see no horse, brushing my sorrow away with some tears, and see balloons tethered to a mailbox, colorful horses perhaps, thudding mutely against one another in the air like chaotic Celtic drums, stirring something ancient in my blood. This is from my story poem series. It's called Jackson Such. I be the best at jacks you ever did see, 'cause I can catch most all 10 of them on the back of my hand when we do flippies. So I only has to pick up a few that fall. Plus, I can do hoppity, where there's up the ball, pick up one or two, then Hop to a different spot and get the rest while the ball do bounce and I can catch it. I be the best at marbles too, 'cause I gets a big ball bearing from Pa what come from an airplane wheel. It done mowed down everybody else like a bowling ball, but pretty soon the kids outlaw it, and I just have to rely on my favorite Aggie. Come to double dutch, I can say I be hot at that too, and hoppity scotch mainly 'cause I select my tossing stone real careful like, so it don't roll or slide at all, and I can jump over 2 square blocks easy as a hoppity frog. Come capture the flag one time though, I meets Billy Prevetti head on, like you might see in a regulation bullfight. I go down with stars a-sparkling all round my head, like in the funny books, after you see the wham, and the guy he be laying on the ground with stars all around him. I recollect Barbara and Barbara half dragging me into the nursing office and laying with ice on my front head. Ma about pass out when she see me with 2 black eyes madder'n a wet hen, 'cause the school never called her about the accident. Thing be, I sees Billy the next day, and all he get to show for it be teensy wee red spot on his forehead, and I look like Cassius Clay done slayed me good and proper. This is a nature one titled Backyard. There's no weight to the day, soft lanolin air, lemony light, ping of wind chime, distant airplane thrum, tick of leaf on cobblestone, the canal smooth as mirror glass but for a lazy duck drifting by. Spanish moss swings slowly, Rip Van Winkle's bearding naked branches, sun nested in the hair of the palm trees, with pale fingers of light slicing through the pines, my eyes recording from swaying hammock. Another one about horses. I did this a while ago, but I like it. The horses dance the Charleston on the western plain and trample down the dust in the driving rain. The horses race the tumbleweed, bouncing on and on to nowhere in the hot, hot wind that the devil sent out there. Wild, wild the panic in their wide red eyes until they leave the ground and spread across the skies. Some dance upside down, some buck, some shy, ghost horses of a land unfriendly, hard, and dry, where people come and people die, while the Mustangs do the Charleston across the open sky. Imaginationin'. Y'all recall a story about the Wizard of Oz, me believing wiggin' monkeys be real and all, so's you knows I be the kid with a wild imagination, and I be a scared of the dark, for sure, and my brain do a trick on me when I be falling to sleep. Seem like something jump right on my foots, and I howls like a devil on fire. Pa! He come a-flying up the steps, thinking all kind of stuff full of harm to me. I hunch up by the pillar and say, "Something alive be in my bed and be after me." Pa, he turn on the light and pull off the covers to show me there ain't nothing there. He even get the flashlight and shine all around the room, under the bed. Eventually, I'll be satisfaction enough to lay back down. This done happened to me more than one time, I can tell y'all. And y'all can bet when I had a pee, I stands up on the bed and do a flying leap out into the hallway to escape them varmints and dangerosity awaiting, all slithery in the shadowness of my room. Come to realization down the road of time that 'twa'n't nothing jumping on my bed to waken me up. It just be my very own dang foot doing a spasticated twitchy dance. Wounded. The human pincushion lies on his back, eyes at half-mast, monitors beeping, screen blipping. The lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub of his life, nearly snatched by the war, with death waiting by the door. leaning on his dark scythe, when his cell phone rings and beckons him elsewhere. I imagine this as the elevator door opens to admit a pretty young nurse in blue scrubs. She looks at my clear plastic bag. Laundry, she asks, of the clothes? Nope, I reply. It's a bag of hope for the naked Marine in 334. This is an Oriental octet. Storm. Cold gusts bend treetops. Cannons boom in metal skies. Hailstones crescendo. Night's sacred sanctum erupts. Sorcery of Thor thunders in galactic rage. Felling forests, flooding land like a child's tantrum. This one's a clear who. Cleopatra seduced Roman guys in style. So much power in her grasp. Too bad it bit her in the asp.